Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over an NBA game for Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We're going to be looking at the Golden State Warriors versus the Phoenix Suns. The way that I have my setup here is I have the daily numbers, or what I call my daily numbers, on this side of the screen. Date numerology, Gregorian, Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers, numbers specific to the game. For example, up top here is the away team, their coach's record, their season record, as well as on the road, and any type of win or losing streak or any other notes that I want to add. In the middle here is the head-to-head records between the two teams, the all-time, the regular season, as well as this season in particular. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their record at home, any type of losing or winning streak that they might be on, or any other notes. And then, of course, their coach's record. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the home team numbers. I'm going to look over and show you different numbers that favor the Suns to win this game. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to look over and go over some numbers for the Warriors. What numbers would they need to win this game? So let's go ahead and get started with the Suns. The Suns on a 16-game winning streak. They are one game away, or one winning game away from tying their all-time franchise history. The Suns have a history of 17 wins in a row. If the Suns win against the Warriors, they would tie with franchise history. So the question is, do the Suns make history in this game? Maybe, maybe not. Some numbers that would favor the Suns to make history would be the Suns can get their 18th win for the season as the Warriors stay on 18 wins for the season. The number 18, if we write it out, number 18 sums to 143. And the Suns can get their 143rd regular season head-to-head win against the Warriors as they get their 18th win for the season, as they keep Warriors on 18 wins for the season. 18 sums to 143. 18 also sums to 46. Today we'll have 46 date numerology on the Gregorian. So that potentially could work in the Suns' favor. Suns could become 9-2 at home for a season record, like 92. If we write out 92, 92 sums to 46. 46 date numerology on the Gregorian. 18 also sums to 46. Suns can get their 18th win. Warriors can sit on 18 losses. Suns pick up their 143rd head-to-head win against Warriors. 18 also sums to 143 and 46. The Warriors, they could become 7-2 on the road with a loss, like 72. If we write out 72, we find that it sums to 168. Today does have 168 date numerology on the Hebrew civil. That's why I have it in a cantaloupe color. And then on the Hebrew religious side, there's 174 date numerology. And the Warriors coach, he can get his 174th regular season loss as a coach for his career. And then the one last thing for the Suns on today's date would be November 30th, like 113, and they can sit on 103 or 113, excuse me. They can sit on 113, 113 all-time head-to-head losses against the Warriors with a win, is what I was trying to say. But those would be some numbers for the Suns. What's interesting about this game, though, is that the Suns and the Warriors play back-to-back, but kind of not really. The Warriors, they don't play again until Friday, which will be against the Suns, so it's kind of back-to-back for them. But the Suns, they play the Pistons on Thursday. and then they play the Warriors on Friday. So Suns will have one game in between the back-to-back between the Warriors. And when I picked the Suns to beat the Nets over the weekend, I wrote down that the Suns were 2 wins away from tying their all-time franchise history record of 17 wins in a row. And to do that, they would have to, beat the Nets, and then also now they have to beat the Warriors. And my guess was that they were shooting for 18 wins in a row. That was my guess. And the reason why I kind of put that there is if Suns win this game and pick up their 17th win in a row, they play again on Thursday, December 2nd. Let me look at my calendar, make sure I got that right. Yeah, December 2nd. And December 2nd has 19 and 35 date numerology on it. This will be the day that they play the Detroit Pistons. And it's not hard to imagine the Suns beating the Pistons to picking up their 18th win in a row if they were to beat Warriors first. And the reason why I thought that made sense was because if we go back to the word 18, we talked about how 18 sums to 46 and 143 and how that can favor the Suns picking up their 18th win against the Warriors. But if the Suns get their 18th win in a row against the Pistons on Thursday, we look at the number 35. 18 sums to 35, and it'll be a day with 35 date numerology on the Gregorian, and it'll also be a day with 19 date numerology. And so, what I'm trying to say is, Suns can get their 18th win in a row if they beat the Warriors and the Pistons, as they pick up their 19th win for the season on a day with 19 and 35 date numerology on the Gregorian. 18 sums to 35. So that's kind of where I was. And then the Suns play the Warriors on Friday, which would be right here. And then that's when, Warriors can snap the winning streak and get their revenge for earlier in the week, for losing earlier in the week or something like that. That was the kind of narrative I was thinking of. But now that we got that out on the table, let's go back to November 30th and look at some numbers for Warriors to win this game. So there are some numbers here for Warriors to win this game and snap the winning streak of the Suns, and for them not to even tie the franchise history of 17 wins in a row. Why do I say that? Well, we look at the number 168 on the Hebrew civil calendar. 168, Suns can end their 16-game winning streak as Warriors get their 8th win in a row. 16 and 8, like 168, could be in favor of the Warriors. I know I had it here for the 72 against the Warriors. 72 sums to 168, but that same number can play in favor of the Warriors, ending Suns' 16-game winning streak. Warriors getting their 8th win in a row, like 168. Another thing is the 174 on the Hebrew religious side. Warriors coach, he could get his 174th regular season loss for his career, but at the same time, the Suns could easily just become 17 and 4 for a season record with the loss, to go along with them ending their 16-game win streak. Warriors getting their 8th win in a row, 168 and 174. Two numbers that could be used for or against either team at this point, if we look at it. What else we got here? We got Warriors. They can get their 19th win for the season, as their coach sits on 173 regular season losses with a win. The reason why I say those two connect is 19, if you spell it out, sums to the number 40. And the number 173 is the 40th prime number. And so they have a bit of a mathematical relationship there. They can get their 19th win as the coach sits on that 173, the 40th prime. And what else? I think that's about it. One thing I want to look at is the Friday date numerology, because these two teams play again on Friday. Warriors, they won't be playing anybody. They'll be playing the Suns this game, and then they'll be waiting until Friday to play them again. Suns, they play the Warriors, and then they play the Pistons, and then they play the Warriors again, back to back. So if we look at Friday date numerology, one thing I wanted to note is the Hebrew civil calendar has 114, excuse me, has 114 date numerology on the Hebrew. And excuse me, forgive me with your ears. I apologize. But Warriors could get their 114th all-time head-to-head win against the Suns, either on Tuesday or on Friday, really. With 114 date numerology on the Hebrew Civil, Warriors can either come into Friday with 114 all-time head-to-head wins against the Suns, or if Suns do beat the Warriors and they do end up beating the Pistons and getting 18 wins in a row, kind of like what I was projecting before the Nets game, Warriors could be set up to get their 114th all-time head-to-head win against the Suns on Friday, a day with 114, and that's when they end the winning streak against Suns. But that's when they could take them out. Outside of that, one thing I thought that was interesting was Friday's game was on the 29th day of the ninth month for the Hebrew religious, like 299, and then their game on Tuesday is on a day leaving 299 left on the Hebrew Civil. Not sure if that means anything. I just thought that was interesting. But that's it, I think. I've probably talked long enough. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some insights for both sides. I really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. I wish you the best luck on your picks, and hopefully you win everything that you bet on.